Hi guys, it's Patricia and welcome to my Scentsy Empties for the month of May 2021. So today I'm going to do things a little backwards. I'm going to cover the non-wax empties items first, then we're going to move into the wax bars, and I'll incorporate some of the testers I've been using up that aren't included in Tester Tuesday. And at the end of the video, as always, there will be the question of the month. I like to discuss empties so that you guys can hear how things perform for me in case that helps you at your house. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Shimmer Body Wash. I don't use a lot of body washes, but I do enjoy them. I'm more of a bar soap girl, but I'm starting to get more on the body washes because I have a lot to use up. So Shimmer is cherry, apricot, white musk, and spun sugar. It's a very feminine, girly scent. And what I've been doing is I've been using the body cream and sugar with this because I don't have any shimmer cream, so it's a good combo. So let's talk about soap. I used up a fall soap, the Butter Pecan soap. This is basically candied pecan, maple, and butter. So this was from the Harvest collection. It's taken me a while to use this. My family did not like the Butter Pecan soap. In fact, my youngest child, Ryan, would use the washroom and then run to another bathroom to wash his hands because he really didn't like this. So I actually had to put a different soap out for him. But anyway, not something I would repurchase, but I do like it in wax. So in Counter Clean, I finished up an old scent. This is no longer available in Coconut Lemongrass. The scent Coconut Lemongrass is available in other products, just not in Counter Clean anymore. And this is basically coconut and lemongrass. It smells nice in the kitchen. It was really nice. I didn't have any issues with this at all. I really like Counter Clean. Speak very fondly of it. Great for those stubborn jobs. Speaking of stubborn, I finished up a bathroom cleaner in Go-Go Mango, and I really like the bathroom cleaner that Scentsy has because it has a special nozzle that kind of gives a foaming kind of spray, and you don't need a lot. So spray it on your bathroom stall or your tile, and with a magic eraser, it makes very quick work getting rid of bathroom scum. No one wants to sit there and scrub, so this is a really great product. If you haven't tried it, I encourage you to pick up any scent that you like in bathroom cleaner and give it a try. Okay, for laundry, let's talk laundry. I finished up a system of black raspberry vanilla. So I have the concentrated laundry liquid. I have the large washer with tub, and inside are the used up dryer discs. Now it's funny, the dryer discs to me smell a little bit like wine gum. You know those wine gums? Like almost like a grape raspberry wine gum. This system did really well for me. It was a lot stronger than I remember it being. However, by the end of the system, I was ready to move on. So I will probably repurchase Black Raspberry Vanilla Laundry, but I'm going to give it a little break just because it seemed like a lot of that scent for a while. So for, just as a side note, I've moved on to Palm Beach Breeze in the laundry, and that was there just to remind me to tell you. So for Scentsy pods, I have in my Scentsy Go, these are pretty much like at the end of their life. It is vanilla bean buttercream. I've repurchased this. Now there's little scented beads inside this plastic container, and then a fan inside the inside the Go. These are gonna go. This is really nice because if you want a scent at night, but you don't want to waste scent when you're sleeping, just put this on right next to your bed, and you can use the light feature if you want. You can put it on the light feature or just the scent feature, but it auto shuts off after 3 hours. So if you're someone that says, well, I don't really want to lose out on scent, you're only enjoying it a little bit while you sleep, and then the rest, it shuts off. So this particular canister was quite damaged, so I put it in a polypropylene bag. So another set of pods I finished up was Bonfire Beach, and this was a phenomenal scent in wax and in pods. This lasts a very, very long time. It's like a little bit of a masculine cologne twist with Salty Sea Air of Marshmallow Fireside. So put all those things together and you're left with a really beautiful scent. This would definitely be a repurchase for me. I like that. All right, let's talk 2 oils. One I found light and the other was my favorite product of the month. So the one that I found kind of light for me was Caramel Vanilla Strawberry. So if you're on Instagram, I put a post up about diffusing oils with waxes. So obviously you're going to diffuse oils in a Scentsy diffuser and you're going to warm waxes in the wax warmers, but you can do both at the same time in the same area. So you can basically take caramel, vanilla, strawberry. Take any of those notes and highlight them with a wax. So that's, you know, I didn't do that in this case, but I just wanted to help explain that you can do that. But if you were going to warm this, to me, this reminds me of a very light strawberry, almost like an ice cream that melted, and there's a little bit of caramel on the side. I found this quite light, so I had to use a lot of drops. And one other thing was it was really thick coming out of the bottle. This was my favorite oil ever. I love this. I pray that Scentsy's going to bring it out. It's called Holiday Shortbread. I don't have the notes, but to me it reminds me of, like, when you put it in the diffuser too, it's strong here in my bedroom. It reminds me of like sugar cookie dough with some gentle smell of cooked cookies that come right out of the oven, but mostly dough. I love this. I love it. I had, in the warmer, I had Happy Birthday going, and I had this in my diffuser, and I had these in my Scentsy Go. So it was like a vanilla, you know, explosion in my room. It was really nice. All right, and last but not least, before we get to wax, I finished up a Scent Circle in Iridescent Pearl. This is a light scent and wax, and it was also light in the Scent Circle, but very pretty. It was a little bit fresh, a little bit watery, a little bit floral, a little bit everything, but almost like summer holiday with the volume turned down and not as much perfume quality, more fresh. Anyway, I really like that. I'm going to put this aside because I have something to ask you at the end of the video. All right, so let's talk about wax. I'm going to pause the video and sort things out so you don't have to listen to me rumbling through the clamshells, and I'll be 1 second. Okay, I'm back. One thing I forgot to mention was my Amazon Rain fragrance flower. It still has scent, but I just wanted to talk about it. This is an example of how location is very important because I had this in a mini bathroom that just has basically enough space for a toilet and like a storage cabinet. You know, one of those ones you close the door off the main bathroom. I couldn't really smell this the greatest, but I moved it underneath my stairs where we have a lot of our computer stuff, and I store my empties, and I just have extra stuff stored there, and it was just like a champ there. So just an example of sometimes you need a small enclosed space that's quite small to smell certain fragrances. So far, the best fragrance flower in terms of scent performance has been Sea Salt and Avocado for me, and right now I have Watermelon Tangerine going. And I smell it at certain times. It kind of comes in bursts. So anyway, let's talk about wax. I have the current bars to go through first. So I have quite a few new releases. I finished up Sand Swept. Sand Swept is Blue Ocean Water, Sandstone, Driftwood, and Pink Lemon. This is not really a scent that I enjoy. It's light. It smells a little bit like rocks and salt and lemons. So not really one that I like, but so many people like it, so I think it's just a Patricia thing, but I will not be repurchasing that. It's fairly light for me, so. The next one on the flip side is not light, it is Make a Splash. Make a Splash is honeydew, green apple, and turquoise waters. Oh, this is really enjoyable. It kind of has been growing on me and growing on me. This does great in my open layout. It's nice and strong. It's a good mixture of the melon and the apple and the like turquoise water aquatic feel. So that will be a repurchase for me. From the bakery, but not so bakery, it is Vanilla Waves. This is a little bit body care. It's not a true bakery vanilla. This is sea salt, whipped vanilla, and a sticky caramel. So I think they're coming along the lines of like a beachy, you know, salty sea air vanilla. Yes, I think it reminds me a little bit of like a fluffy, marshmallowy vanilla with a little bit of creaminess and slight caramel, but not very much. And I don't get a lot of salt, so some people get tons of salt. I don't get tons. I will repurchase that. I like it on its own, but I think I'll probably end up using it more as a mixer. It's about a medium intensity, but fairly long lasting. So on the light to light medium intensity, we have Tangerine Creamsicle. This is a new release as well. This is in the citrus section. It's basically icy tangerine, mango, and vanilla cream, like vanilla cream swirl like type thing. Yes, and this has a note in it that makes it just a touch better than Orange Dreamsicle in my opinion. But just like Orange Dreamsicle, it's not very strong. I don't find I get strong performance, but it's nice. If you like scents that are, like I said, medium to medium light, I think you would really enjoy this. And being a spring and summer scent, I get maybe a day to a day and a half out of that. I will repurchase it, just not stockpile. So a new love for me, I've really come around to this year, is lemon sorbet. This is actually my first full bar that I've warmed. It's fresh cut lemon, grapefruit zest, and sugar cane. So it's very sweet, like sugary lemon, but it's a little bit different than Squeeze the Day. Squeeze the Day is almost unbearingly sweet and super strong right out of the gate. This seems more like steady, but this does not last very long for me. Like I barely get a day out of this, but being a citrus scent, that's probably just the way it is. And I don't think it's a matter of going nose blind. I just feel like it just dies off quick. So let me know down below what experience you've had with lemon sorbet. I really like it. I just find it doesn't last very long. The next one I finished up was Now and Zen. This one was a new release, I believe, last season, and it's returned. It's Sunny Grapefruit and Calming Chamomile. I'm not crazy about this one. Oh, yeah. I feel like it's gotten stronger in the clamshell. This is from last year. And I didn't warm. I don't know how I ended up with an extra bar. Maybe it came in a whiff box. Anyway, it's very strong. There's a strong note. It almost reminds me of some very soapy scent. So that is Now and Zen. When I walk in the room, I want to go now and leave right away. So Now and Zen. Not for me, but I know it's got people that do really, really like it. So let's talk about some scents of the month. I finished up Plumeria Peach. This was scent of the month, I believe, for April 2021. This is Pineapple Peach and Plumeria. And I feel like Plumeria is getting a workout this year. This is a very strong peach, like syrupy, sweet peach. And maybe the Plumeria is kind of helping it along. But I find this fairly strong in my house. So I would say medium to medium plus. And I feel like it lasts about an average amount of time, or maybe a little tiny bit longer than I'm thinking it's always going to last. Yes, but I think I have 3 more bars, and I think that's plenty for me. So that is Plumeria Peach. I finished up 2 Peeling Apples. So Peeling Apple is upcoming scent of the month for June. And this is very much like a pear apple scent. A little bit of the Plumeria creeps in. So the notes on this are juicy apple, pear, and sweet pea. Did I say Plumeria? I meant sweet pea. I think I've got Plumeria on the brain. Sweet pea. I really, really like this. The more I warm it, the more I like it. So I find Johnny Appleseed, it's kind of a flat Macintosh peel type scent. There's not a lot of complexity. This has a little bit more complexity, but this one will start off for quite a few hours, super strong, like super strong. And then it just kind of teeters out into a very light level, gentle floral apple scent to me. So that's what I get from this. Will it be a repurchase? I think yes, for me it will. I'm toying on whether I want to stock up on a bit of it or maybe just put it in my Scentsy Club. I'm not sure. So the next one I have is Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze, scent of the month for May. This is Palm Leaf, Coconut Water, and Ocean Breeze. I love this. I love the smell on cold. Now, this one doesn't perform as well for me as I would like. It's definitely a medium to a medium light. I need it a little bit stronger. I've explained it like when you're watching TV and you can hear it, but you just want it a little bit louder for your comfort. I want this a little bit louder for my nose. But a lot of people have been doing very well with this. So the good news is if you have this and you're like me and you want it a little bit stronger, then the room spray is going to be your best friend. And I think I will pick up some scent circles in this so I can enjoy it in my car or a small space. So I'm definitely going to pick up some scent circles if they're still available in Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze. I have quite a few bars, so I think we're good there. And I am going to talk about this bad boy. I finished a brick. I think this is only the 2nd brick I've finished for the year, and my goal is to finish at least 12. The good news is I am working on bricks all the time, and so quite a few bricks are getting closer to being finished. So I feel like at the end of the year, we're just going to have a medley of bricks come through. That's my plan. Anyway, this is Jade and Jasmine. I joke around and say it should be called Wade and Jasmine because it's a little bit on the masculine cologne-y side of things. It's not my favorite. I feel like I'm happy that my brick is finished, but I have 3 bars to use up. So I'm kind of hoping some of my local customers will fall in love and maybe take the bars off my hands. But so far, no takers. But this, let me read you the notes. It says green lemon, blue jasmine, and rosemary. There's something about it it's very like perfumey, floral. and like cologne alcohol tone, and just strong. Like it's strong and long lasting. So I'm sure if you like this, you love the value that Jade and Jasmine brings. It's just not one that I love, and I'm happy that I finally finished off my brick. Sometimes I would warm it on the days I wasn't here. My kids were here doing the homeschooling. Sometimes I put it in my overnight warmers. But anyway, let me quickly talk to you about some testers that I should have mentioned when I was talking about current scents. I finished up a bunch of satin sheets. So satin sheets is basically a sandalwood vanilla scent. I found it very long lasting. I finished up a whole bunch of testers in lilacs and violets. So what I'm doing is I'm going through and grabbing some of these that have the older writing on them just to use them up. So do I have more lilacs and violets for Tester Tuesday? Yes, I have a whole bunch. But I thought, look at all these with the old writing, let me use them up. So personally, I know people love lilacs and violets and find it super strong, and I enjoy it. But for some reason, it's not super strong in my house. I don't know. I warmed it in my downstairs child's room. It was fairly strong, being in an enclosed space, but it wasn't like blow you out strong. So that's why I don't include it in my strong and long, because I just don't find it very strong compared to what most people say. So it's probably just a perception thing, the way my nose receives it. But this one is French lavender. I finished that one off. I'm not a big fan of lavender, so I decided to try to mix that with lemon sorbet. And I do like it a little bit mixed with lemon sorbet, but I'm not a huge lavender fan. So if you have ways that you like to enjoy Scentsy's French lavender, you can put them down below, and that might help me because I have 1 bar left to use up. All right, so let's talk about retired scents. So one of my favorite scents that's in my club is Woolly Slippers. So this is from the Hygge collection, probably about a year and a half-ish ago. It's sugared lavender, marshmallow, and vanilla. And I love this one. It's at first I was just like, yeah, it's okay, but I've really grown to appreciate it and love it. It's great on its own, but you could add this to so many things if you don't want so much of a vanilla bakery, because this is more of a marshmallow lavender. The lavender is extremely light. I love this one. It's about a medium to maybe medium plus. I wouldn't warm this in my open layout, I don't think, but I would use it any other area of my home. It is strong enough to use in medium areas for me. So that is Woolly Slippers. Love it. All right, another one I love is August 2018 Scent of the Month, Alpine Meadow. This one is really, really nice, and this one will last you a while. So it's a very sweet, like meadowy kind of scent. Like picture those tiny little tendrils and lemon and dew. That's what this smells like. It says wild red berries, lemon, and dewy greens. If the red berries are there, I think it's just for sweetness. So that one is very long lasting. As well, very long lasting is Stitch Experiment 626. This one has notes of Valencia orange, pineapple nectar, sugarcane, and sea salt mist. Oh, and there's something special about this one. And I'm not the only one to think it, because everyone seems to really like Stitch. And if you're one that picked it up and you don't love it, you probably do like it. I find very few people dislike this one. So if you ever see this one come back, this would be a good one to pick up a couple bars, especially if you're going to gift it to someone that has kids because of the Disney license. But it's just a great overall scent. So this, in my opinion, is a home run from the Disney side of things. It's strong and it's long lasting, so it's great. So I finished up an original packaging of sweet plum pastry. It does discolor the clamshell. This is black plum, toasted coconut, and marshmallow. And the plum has a tiny bit of a burnt, like juice coming off the pastry, kind of burnt. And a lot of people say they don't smell pastry. I don't really smell a strong pastry. It reminds me of puff pastry, and puff pastry doesn't have a strong smell to me. Almost like, I don't know if you know what puff pastry is, but say you took a sheet of puff pastry, you rolled it out, you docked it with your fork, you put plums on it, you sprinkled it with sugar, and you put it in the oven, and then when it came out, you put like a marshmallowy fondant dollop on, which doesn't have a strong smell, it just adds to the overall experience, and that's sweet plum pastry. So if you want to up the pastry, you could mix it with any of the bakery items, especially something like an almond croissant would be great, I believe. All right, I finished up this plus some testers of Mulan, True to Your Heart. This was in the Disney Cinderella original release, so that is really nice that I finally got to use this. This is Plum Blossom, White Tea, and Redwood. This is like a deep slightly more plum version of Poppy Fields to me. It reminds me a lot of Poppy Fields, but more of on a deeper level. Like Poppy Fields is really aggressive floral, and this is more of a deep floral. Yeah, this was nice, but not a repurchase. Obviously, it's not available, but if it was available, not a repurchase. Beach Daisy in the original packaging. This was from the summer collection, I believe, in 2018. So this is Honeydew Melon, Wild Daisies, and Green Apple. This bar didn't seem as strong as some of my other experiences with Beach Daisy. A lot of people say they don't have great luck with Beach Daisy. And if I was only judging my experience on this bar, I would tend to agree. For some reason, it might have been just the temperature of my house or the way my nose was perceiving it. I just didn't get the greatest results. But in general, this is a beautiful sweet floral, a sweet fruit floral. It's wonderful. So I am happy that I do have some more bars. Hopefully it was just a weird little thing. The next one is a bar that I call it my guilty pleasure scent, because we all have scents that probably maybe other people don't like maybe they really don't like, but for some reason you love it. And I feel like this is for me. And a few of my subscribers and viewers have told me that they also love this one. It's Pixie Sparkle from the Fantasy Wax collection. And Heidi on here on YouTube always talks about the Fantasy Wax collection and her husband. Like she imagines like dripping wax on her husband. It always cracks me up. But this doesn't really, it smells weird, like just like this. It's kind of almost has like a weird sweet leather smell. But let me read you the notes. It says sparkling strawberry, which I don't think I get strawberry, vanilla marshmallow, and breezy blush amber. This reminds me of like a twist of Eskimo Kiss, it must be the amber, but this is just so different. And every time I walk in the room, I think to myself, yes. And when you first put this in, it'll just boom. And then after it dies down, I love it when it starts to die down, and I just want it to keep going and going. So I am so fortunate that a few of my friends in YouTube and Scentsy Life have sent a few along to me that they didn't like. So I really appreciate that. So I am going to savor them, but I'm really happy to kind of get to use those up. All right, so let's talk about some Bring Back My Bars. Now I finished up some of the Bring Back My Bars that are coming for June. Now these were not in my recent kit. They were actually older bars, but it's good to hear about them because obviously June 1st will be here any day. This is called Coffee Tree, and this is from 2018's packaging. It's bold and sophisticated, freshly roasted coffee beans. So Scentsy doesn't have a lot of coffee scents. This is their attempt at going at a straightforward coffee. To me, there's almost like a simple syrup sweetness to this in the background. So it does kind of smell like, I don't know, there's something else besides just coffee beans. There's a sweetness to it. I don't get creaminess at all, nothing like that, but a gentle sweetness. As it warms, some other strange notes come out that make it smell not like straightforward coffee. So I think what Scentsy tries to do with their coffee scents is they try to incorporate other complementary notes in there to make it long lasting. So sometimes I don't know if they work out the greatest, but if you get to that stage of the scent and you're not crazy about it, you can just remove it. It does last a fair amount of time before it gets to that stage anyway. And this would be great as a mixer. You could mix it with any kind of like bakery scent, butter pecan, stroopwafel. You could mix it with pumpkin roll. You could mix it with pumpkin cinnamon swirl in the fall. You could mix it with a creamy scent like sweet cream spice. There's, you know, if you have any of those older ones kicking around, you could mix it with so many different things. Very versatile. Your imagination is the only thing that limits you with that one. So the next one is Mulberry Bush. This is from 2018, I believe January 2018. Sweet mulberry and bittersweet orange peel. And I haven't received my Bring Back My Bar kit as I film this video, but I'm really eager to see if my freshly poured Mulberry Bush is stronger, because I remember when I first bought this in early 2018, it was so strong. And then I had 2 bars. I never warmed either of them. Then I warmed 1 full bar for Tester Tuesday and partial for that one as well. And I just didn't find it very strong. What I find is it's somewhat strong, but you have to be kind of close to the warmer. So it really doesn't throw well, but it's strong in the vicinity if you are in that vicinity. So I'm eager to see how my new bar will compare to this bar. And if the new bar is stronger, my advice would be to not hold on to this for like 3 years because scents do kind of slowly dissipate usually. So, all right, a scent that did not slowly dissipate even one little iota, I don't think, is Wild Black Cherry. So this one is from July, I think, 2018. And it's basically black cherry, like an old-fashioned black cherry soda. Okay, so I don't really know what a black cherry soda smells like. Here in Canada, like, I don't think we get like a lot of fancy sodas, but this is, oh, it's so strong. First off, it is strong, like all get out strong. I put this in the warmer and I felt like I was breathing in the black cherry. Like I felt like it was all in my throat and I was like, and I kind of like it. I'm okay with it. I don't dislike it. My daughter loves it. To me, she says it smells like nibs. Nibs, licorice. So regular licorice smells more strawberry. Nibs smells more cherry. Is that artificial? Of course it is. It's a candy. But imagine you took 2 nibs and, like, for lack of a better visualization, you just shoved them up your nose and walked around with them like that. And that's what this is like, because it's so strong. You feel like you're directly inhaling the wild black cherry. So this is one that if you put it in your open layout, it will survive no problem. All right, let's move on. Fresh cut daisies. This is also coming up in June. This is a phenomenal scent. I remember when I first picked it up, I didn't even really like it. Now I love it. So this is fresh cut grass, clover, daisies, buttercups, and ivy. And I said about 3 years ago, gee, there's a lot going on in the fresh cut daisies besides fresh cut daisies. And I think that's why I love it, because it's really nice and well-rounded. You get the freshness and the green aspects, and you get the beautiful floral. And at the end, it almost smells a little bit soapy laundry. I don't like it as it starts to almost get to that point, so I usually remove it. But even before that, it's super long lasting for me, and it's great in open layout. It seems like your house is so fresh and spring-like and summer-like. Like you open the windows and just everything all mixing together. Wonderful. All right, Flirtatious. I finished up Flirtatious. This was an older one, green apple, grapefruit, and white amber. This was nice. This did really, really well in my son Ryan's room. Like, his room kind of has an overall gross smell, and I don't know if it's him or just the way that the air circulates. And maybe if you have like vents in your house and whatever you cook goes through the vents, and for some reason that smell ends up in his room. But anyway, this worked really well, and it was a couple of days worth with 1 cube, so I was really happy with that. Really like Flirtatious. I'm glad I have maybe a few more bars in the closet there. Happy Birthday. I finished up a bar. Well, actually, I still have it. Sometimes I have certain scents going in the day and I turn those off and then put other scents going at night. So if I do that, they tend to last quite a few days. But this is more like a nighttime bedroom scent. I don't know why, but I love bakery, like vanilla, marshmallowy scents. Not heavy cinnamony scents, but bakery, white, fluffy scents in my bedroom. Yes. Sign me up and let me fall asleep to that loveliness. That is really, really nice. All right, so a few more bring back my bars that I finished in testers. Watermelon mint. Watermelon mint is basically, let me see, watermelon and fresh mint. So the watermelon reminds me of like watermelon juice. And then the mint is like, it's like they made a simple syrup and infused mint in that. And so you're getting that flavor with the watermelon juice. Yeah, I would say about a medium. And that one has won me over slowly with time as well. So Rockin' Ruby Raz. Rockin' Ruby Raz says juicy orange, strawberry, and candy glaze. And I could assume by the name that we have some raspberry in there as well. It's very fruit punch type, and it's very strong. Not really super long lasting, but super, super strong. Oodles of Orange. Again, we have a name that kind of has no mention of orange, but it's implied. So obviously citrusy scent of orange. We have pineapple, papaya, mango blossom, and tropical berries. This one here, I don't know why, like everyone, like first off, it's like a brighter, airy tone compared to Sunkissed Citrus. Sunkissed Citrus is more of a flat, heavy, saturated tone. This is more bright and airy. This reminds me of like when you were a kid and you were excited to go to McDonald's and you have the orange pop. And then you're like, I love the smell of the orange pop. And it's a little bit fizzy, but not much because it's more of a, I don't know, more of a syrup, I guess. But anyway, that's, and back when you're a kid, everything at McDonald's tastes better than it does now. So I don't know. That's just what it reminds me of. And then I finished up a bunch of scent, what do you call these things? Testers of Kahiko Hula. And Kahiko Hula, I love it. It reminds me of Diane from A Simply Simple Scent. It's a very tropical fruit juice smoothie scent. Let me read you the notes. I don't even have it here. Let me see if I can remember the notes. Passion fruit, mango and papaya, I think. but there's like a vanilla creaminess. Reminds me of like all those fruits, and then they put a tiny little bit of like creamy vanilla, so when you drink it, it just gives it that nice finish. Anyway, so the other testers that I finished up some Just Keep Swimming. And Just Keep Swimming is Blue Ocean Mist, Cucumber Water, and Salted Driftwood. This reminds me of like a more aquatic, saltier version of Summer Rain. So if you really like Summer Rain and someone has Just Keep Swimming, maybe give that a try. And I finished up 2 Strawberry Champagne Truffles. I didn't really like this scent, just so you know. To me, it was a kind of a waste of space scent, I call it. Fresh strawberries, creamy vanilla, and a splash of champagne. I don't get any champagne, no bubbling, no nothing. And it's very flat, dull, lip chapped, waxy, barely there strawberry with a little bit of vanilla. And I'm not trying to be mean, I just don't like it. So if you love it, I am happy for you. But for me, it just wasn't there. And we have Rainbow Sherbet. This is a new release. I should have mentioned it before, but I forgot. Oh, this is very strong. This is in my strong section of the strong and long. One thing I should say about the strong and long is sometimes I put scents in there that I don't even really like. And I'm thinking, do people think that I'm recommending these because I like them? I'm just saying that these are the strongest 12 scents. And on the flip side, these scents are the strongest the longest lasting scents from the catalog. So anyway, this one is fairly okay for me. This is one that my daughter and my husband would really like. A little bit lower for me on scent appeal, but I still enjoy it. It's very fruit punchy. It's basically orange, strawberry, and key lime. All right, so I think that's it. Yeah, those are Just Keep Swimming. So we have 2 parts of the question of the month this month. Part 1 is more of a task. So we're not going to think of it as a question, but if you're going to be picking up the Bring Back My Bar scent and you're someone that picked up Palo Santo, we are going to have a little informal nose to toes challenge here this month of June. So at the end of June's Empties video, I'm going to ask you guys for your favorite Palo Santo mixes, because in my opinion, Palo Santo excels as a mix, and also a lot of people might get it and really dislike it on its own, but experiment and mix around. So that's part 1. Start doing your Palo Santo mixes, keep notes, write down your favorites and how they work for you, and at the end of next month's video, I'm going to want to hear your feedback, and that will really help a lot of viewers if they need help with that scent. And the question that you can answer here right now involves circles. So I've recently been using some scent circles in my car more so than I did in the past. And it got me wondering, what are maybe 2 or 3 scent circles that you have used? You can make them current or from past seasons. What are some of the longest lasting, strongest, best value for your money scent circles that you have used? Your answers will help other people viewing the comment section. So think about it, put your answers there below, and I might even pick up some of your suggestions as well. So there you go. Thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. Please like and subscribe, especially if you're a new viewer. I post Scentsy content very frequently. I will see you guys in the next video.